Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and I am Aleeza. In today's video, we are going to see the same thing related to the last video, which is emeralds and rubies. So here I'll first show you the live test and then I'll. So if I'll just give you a live test about it quickly. So this is the player one, which is emerald. I think I'm confused between emerald and ruby. Okay, later. So this is player one, this is player two, then the player one, player 2, player 1, player 2, player 1, player 2. Okay, so now you might be thinking that why is it not showing some anything over here that who has won the game, the player 1 or player 2 or anything like that. So the difference between this game and the last one is that the last one was a simple one, which just we had just coded it and we added some functions that if it check if it wins or ties and so on. But here we are not going to do that. We will be connecting the app to the database or the Firebase, and then and then it will give us the results. Okay, so let's get into the video. First of all, I'll show you the answer. First, the design is very simple. It just have it have the inside the screen we have a column, and inside a column we have sorry inside the column we have two more columns, and then inside the second column we have a label which says emeralds and rubies. This label. Then we have a debug label, which means which will be empty, which will show the results that who has won the game and all. Then we have the another label, which will be also related to the same thing what I said as the debug. Okay, so this was about the column 2. When we move on to the column 1, we have row. Inside the column 1, we have one row, which is this. Inside that row, we have a button 1, and also we have a label over there. Okay, then we have another button, then a label, then another button, then a label, then another button. Okay, and then after that we have another row. So in the row 1 we had all these stuff. Sorry. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one just got slid. Okay, so leave that thing. Okay, so it got adjusted again. The same thing goes on for the four rows. So that's the simple design part. And then an one second. We have an invisible component, which is for emerald and ruby pictures. Okay, so that's it for the design. Then when we move on to the blocks. Okay, so in the blocks we have four variables, and what are those four variables? I will let you know now. Expand the variable blocks, and the variable thing is very easy to understand, and it's not yet complicated. Also, one second, sorry for this thing. So I just forgot to tell you something that inside the invisible components, as you can see, I'll show you. Okay, here inside the invisible components there is an real-time db. So for that you need to search over here real-time db and add it inside the invisible components. Okay, now I have added it over here. In the simple thing you will go over here to go to Firebase settings. Okay, so this is the one, because this is like ready thing because I have already finished it. But for you people, I will tell you how do we add all those things. So for connecting it to a Firebase thing, you need to go to Firebase, then okay. Now you will click over here firebase.google.com, and the link for this Firebase will be in the description box also. When you come to Firebase, you need to log in. I have already logged in. or sign up you need to do. Then you need to click on get started. It will open like that. So I've already created an project related to that. So for that I'll tell you how do we do that. You need to click over here, add project, enter your name of the project. So I'll write emeralds and rubies. Okay, so I've added the name. I will write over here. Click over here and continue. Then you need to disable this, enable Google Analytics for this project. So you need to disable this. Okay, and then create a project. It will take a few minutes or seconds to create it. Okay, so it's ready. So here it's showing the name Emerald and Ruby. Your new project is ready. Click continue. Now this page will open. Now what you have to do is, okay, now you will click over here web. You need to give a name for it. So I'll give the same name and Ruby. I also set up private hosting. No, just click register for free and all. It will again take a few minutes or seconds. So it's done. Now it will give open some page like this. What you have to do is, you can see so many codes or links, anything. Then you have a option over here, API key, right? So you need to select the API key after the codes. You do not need to select these codes and select only the link or API key, and then Control C or right click on it and copy. Okay, now we will go on to our project. In the Firebase app setting, if you go down here, you can see Firebase settings. Over here, API key, you will paste it. Okay, the same thing we will do for database URL. So where's the database URL now? You will find the database URL also over here. See database URL below that. You will again not select the codes and select the link till .com only, not the codes or comma anything, nothing. You will go back to the app. In the database URL you will paste it. Okay, you will have to copy it and paste it. So the thing is ready till here. Now we will go to blocks. Alright, so I was saying that in the blocks, the variables and all the things are super easy to understand. So if you see carefully these three blocks and ignore this block for a second, for some time. Okay, if you see only these blocks, so here initialize app variable turns to 0. So this one was there in the previous app also, so you know what does this mean. Then the next one is initialize app variable player to player 1. This one was also there in the previous app. You also know this. What does this mean? Then initialize app variable game 1 to false. This was also there. You know what does this mean. Then here this is a new one, which is initialize app variable list to empty list. So we have to just take the variable, how do we take that? We take this, then go to list and take this one, empty list. Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay, now this part was very easy to understand as for me. We will move on to the next block. Okay, now I will open this one, this code. Okay, this is also very easy to understand as per me. Here we have when any button click, because we have lots of buttons as you can see over here. Oh, sorry, I'll show it to you. If you see over here, we have button 4, button 1, button 2, button 3, button 5, button 6, button 7, button 8, button 9, button 10, and so on. So we have total, I think so we have 18 or 19 buttons in total. Okay, so we will do the same thing how we did in the last Balloon versus Dart game. When any button click component, do if button component's background color is not equal to white. So if app variable is equal to player 1, do set button components background picture to ruby. Okay, set button components background color to white, set tab variable player to player 2, set button components picture background picture to emerald, set button components background color to white, set app variable to player 1, set app variable turns to app variable turns plus 1, and then check win or tie. Okay, so now if you notice this the code was ditto same copy of the one which was the same like the balloon versus dart app. Only the difference here was that the image name is different, ruby and emerald is here instead of balloon and dart. And I don't think there is any other difference in this. Okay, so as per me it's again very easy to understand, so I'll quickly move on to the next button, which is alright. So it is this one. We'll open this, expand the block. Alright. To check row one, so there is a row one. Where did it go? I'll show it to you again. Sorry. So this is oh yeah, so here is row 1. So that coding we will see over here. To check row 1, button's background picture is equal to ruby, button 2 background picture is equal to ruby, button 3 background picture is equal to ruby, button 4 background picture is equal to ruby. Set winner's text to player 1 has 1. Set app variable game 1 to true. Then again, if button 1's background picture is equal to emerald, if button 2 background picture is equal to emerald, button 3 background picture is equal to emerald, and button 4's background picture is equal to emerald, then do set winner's text to player 2 has 1, set app variable game 1 to true. This is also very easy to understand. So I'll collapse this. Now we'll see the another one. This is also the same thing, only the difference over here is you will write check row 2, not row 1. If you want, you can copy paste the same thing, but another difference is that here we have checked the button 5, 6, 7, and 8. Here also 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I don't think I need to explain more about this because it's very easy. So we'll move on to the third row now. So over here in the third row, we have button 9, 10, 11. Sorry, button 9, 10, 11, 12. Then again button 9, 10, 11, 12. Same thing again. Only in every check row or check diagonal, check column, you will just change the buttons number and only the title of that, like the just the title like this: check row 4, check row 5, check column 1, check diagonal 1, like that. And the button's name means button 13, 14, 15, 16, 13, 14, 15, 16. Again same thing, only the numbers were changed. Alright, so now we'll move on to the column 1. So the previous 4 check rows was about the row. Now I'll show you the column part. In column 1, 5, 9, 13, if you see carefully, I have given numbers to this. Just ignore this block. Okay, it's a debug. So I have given numbers to it behind the blue color block. Okay, so it's like this. This is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so in the blocks, the row 1 had 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 2 had 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Row 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Row 4, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Then now in columns, we will have 1, uh, 1, 5, 9, and 13. In column 2, we will have 2, 4, 2, 2, 6, 2, 6, 10, and 14. In column 3, we will have 3, uh, 3, 7, 11, and 15. No, 3, yes, 15. In column 4, we will have 4, 4, 8, 12, and 16. In diagonals, we will have 4, 7, 10 and 13. Yes. And in column, I mean diagonal 2, we will have 1 7, no, 1 6, uh, 11 and 16. Okay, easy. Let's go through the block now. Okay, so here column 1 we have 1 5 9 13, 1 5 9 13. Okay, now in the column 2 we will have, let's see what do we have in column, no, sorry, yeah, column 2 is here. So column 2 we have button 2 6 10 14, 2 6 10 14, as I told you. Okay, then column 3 we have 3 7 11 15, 3 7 11 15. I'm only talking about the numbers, so don't get confused. Okay, then we have again 4 8 12 16 4, no, sorry, here I have written 2, right? Okay, so that's a mistake by me. Okay, 4 8 12 16, 4 8, I think I had done a mistake over here, so I change 4 8 12 16, button 16 over here. It's showing an error because I choose label 12, not the button 12. So now it's perfect. Alright. Now let's move on to the last but not the least, diagonals. So where's the diagonal one we have here? In diagonals we have 1 6 11 16, 1 6 11 16. Then in diagonal 2 we have 4 7 10 13, 4 7 10 13. Here again I have done a mistake. 4 7 10, 10 is 10, okay, 10 is there and 13 is there. Okay, so this it is. Now we are done with these purple blocks, and now we will move on to the next block, which is to check win or tie. Okay, here it is not exactly the same, but okay it is. But I'll first prefer to show you the real time leap. Alright, so I'll show you that. Alright. So we have here uh, when real-time DB1 is data changed. I'll scroll it down so you can see clearly. Okay, so that real-time DB thing I got it from here. When real-time DB data changed, then key and value was already there and I added it here. Then I took a if block. In that I took this value block and added over here. Okay, then I have in do section we have set button one's background picture to in list value get hash 1, because in list they are saying because here we had a empty list, so accordingly they will go in a list. Okay, so the same thing goes on for the all the 16 buttons. Only the difference here you will add is that in each every button you will just change the numbers as hash 1 hash 2 hash 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. Super easy. Okay, so now after this I will show you the check winner this block. Okay, here, so the list was empty, right? In the using this the previous block which I showed you just now, using this we created the list, and now which is having 16 buttons. Okay, so it is easy for us to check win or tie now. So what we will do is check app variable, I mean sorry, check win or tie. Then inside that we will add set app variable list, which is over here. Sorry, set app variable list. Okay, yeah, so I had a variable which was that. So set app variable list to this. Okay, inside the two I have added the list, and the name I had added like that and all. Okay, so don't get confused, just look over here. App variable list, then the list is here. There are 16 buttons, and inside buttons like here, button 1's background picture, button 2's background picture, button 3's background picture. Okay, continued like 16 buttons background picture. Then after the this variable thing, app variable list, we have call real time db1. So db1 save. Okay, so this will be over here only. You will take this block to do that. Okay, so now inside the key you will use a text. From here you will take this empty text and write friend take 16. Okay, then for value thing, you will go to variables and take the app variable list and add it in the value. Then with output is we don't have to add anything. Then below that we have an uh, errors code which will be given there itself. Then do set debugs text to error. We had a label, empty label, remember? So I will take this block, set debugs text to error. So from here I had taken this block error and added it. Okay. So then after that we have check row 1, check row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no sorry, row 1, 2, 3, 4, then column 1, 2, 3, 4, then diagonal 1 and 2. Okay, so this was the same thing, this part was the same as the previous game, right? Then here we will add an if block. In that we will say if not we add variable game 1, do again an if, which will say if app variable turns is equal to 16, set winners text to it is a tie. Okay, so in this block it is saying that it is a tie. Okay, now one second. Now I will open the last one. So this is the last block, which is which is when emeralds and rubies open, do call real time data base save, the same thing which we added over there in the previous block. And then instead of that then do thing, you will just keep it say normal only when save is done. After that again we will go to real time db1 and add a listener. Okay, you will take the third block, add listener. Inside that the key, you will always keep the key same. If you want to keep the key as test, you can keep test and anything. So I have taken the key as frantic 16. Over here also I have taken the key as frantic 16. Then there is a error key here, and then do nothing. Okay, so that's it. If you see, everything was easy to understand, but it was a little bit complicated for some of you because there are so many blocks. If you see, so many of them might get confused while listening to me also. But if you have any doubt or any queries, please let me know in the comment section. And that's it for today, guys. If you want to see the live test, I'll see now. So, okay, so this is a sorry, sorry. So this is a emerald, ruby, emerald, ruby. Okay. So till now I have taken one, two, three, four things. Okay. If I go to my database part, I'll open that one second. Over there, you click over here, real time database, and if you see, you will be able to see the here what I did. First was the background picture. Then in the third row, if you see one, two, yeah, from down one, two, three, third row and third column. If you see, I have added a ruby or ruby. It is, yeah. So here it is showing ruby. Then if I go down and somewhere, so it will show something like that. Okay, so it was easy to understand, but okay. So thank you for watching the video and hope you like the video. If yes, please hit the bell icon, like, share, subscribe, and comment below if you have any queries, suggestions, and anything. Thank you.